What's good, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Smoking and Grilling. And today we're getting ready to use a skillet to make a breakfast, and we finna do it with me, AB. Now check this out. This is gonna be something a little different, you guys, because I don't have all the measurements like that. I'm just getting ready to show you some ingredients. I'm gonna get you guys' mind to working so you can just figure out what you want to put in your breakfast skillet, So listen, it's a lot of variables in this. So listen, I'm gonna show you right now. Here, let's do it like this. I'm gonna take this. And this, look, different sizes of potatoes, all of that matters. So this would be the reason why I can't just tell you, like how many to use, what size they are. So listen, you can just use whatever you have in your kitchen. We're gonna start off using bacon, and I'm gonna cover everything. Hey, even for those that don't eat bacon, you know what? We can go ahead and just use a little olive oil in there, and and just go from the olive oil and butter, and then we can get them potatoes going. So listen, I'm not gonna over talk it. We finna get right into this video so I can just show you just how easy it is to make a breakfast skillet. Okay, now look, check it out. We're gonna go over these ingredients, right? So listen, this is what I had in my refrigerator, and I had these potatoes. These were just like sitting off to the sides. So listen, you can see that I got different size potatoes. You got some small, some big. It's up to you. I'm gonna be using a cast iron skillet. This is the 12-inch, with a lid on top. So it depends on how many people you serving, how much you wanna do one or the other. That's really up to you. But listen, we're gonna start with potatoes. And I'm gonna cheat it. I'm gonna go ahead and use this right here, my French fry cutter. Look. So look, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna cheat that. Once I get them out in they French fry size, then I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna cut them and I'm gonna cube them. You know what? We just trying to make everything super easy. Now you can peel these and cut them and then cube them and slice them, how you wanna do it. That's up to you, but I'm gonna go ahead and just expedite it using this. Now, I'm gonna show you, look, I got 3 eggs. So listen, there's 3 of us gonna eat off of this, so I'm gonna put the eggs on there. I'm gonna show you guys, that's up to you. You could put, and it's 12-inch, you can probably put 6 eggs in there, but I'm gonna do 3. We got an onion right here. Then we got the bell peppers. You can see the colors, red, yellow, and orange. You can do green, it's up to you. Just had these, gotta use them. Now, remember I was telling everybody, we talked about, if you've been following me, we talked about grating cheese, just that sharp cheddar. And listen, anything you have left over, I put it in these Ziploc bags and I set it off to the side. And this right here is some mozzarella. Hey, listen, we got to start grading our cheese. If you grade the block all together, it just make it easy. That way you have it and you can just use it. This is what melts much, much better and easier than that, pre-shredded cheese. Right here, I got a teaspoon of garlic powder. Not garlic salt, you guys, garlic powder. Reason I'm using powder, because look, we're going to have some bacon. We're going to start with this. This going to have enough sodium in it already. So we don't want to do salt on top of salt. So we're going to start with the bacon grease. That's going to add the flavor, right? And then we just going to come back and then we're just going to put the flavor of the garlic in there. Any of the leftover meat, any of the ham you had left over from the holidays, you can use. But I got these on sale right here. Got these for like 80 cents. You know what I mean? So I went and got me a bunch of packs and froze them. But obviously I'm going to use this. This is going to be the sausage. So it's going to have bacon, sausage, potatoes, onions, bell peppers, and eggs and cheese. Super easy. It seems like I'm over talking. I'm just getting ready to show you how we're gonna make it all in this, and we're gonna do it in one dish. Hey, so let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm getting ready to peel these, peel all of the potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and dice up this onion, and go ahead and hit my veggies and get everything prepped. Then we're gonna go ahead and start cooking, our sausage and our bacon. So first thing we're gonna do is start peeling, and then when I'm done with that, we'll move over to the next step. Okay, here, I'm gonna show you guys, I went ahead and diced up, and I'm gonna just say, this is a little bit bigger than what we normally think about dice. Look at the size of these cuts right here, these squares. So I caught it just like a, in between a rough chop and the dice, you know what I mean? Same thing with the yellow, the red, and the orange. So I did that. Now I've already peeled my potatoes. Now we get ready to get set up so that we can go ahead and cut them down to French fry size, and then we're gonna chop them in a cube. Okay, here, we already got it peeled. We're just gonna go ahead, set this in here like this. And what I'm gonna do is, we're just gonna bring it forward. It cuts them, when I tell you we're gonna cheat a little bit, and then you can just see where I'm going with this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just cut them down this way. So let me just finish doing that. And then some of these that you have, they're like super, small, some of the edges that come out small, just to go ahead and discard them, because you don't want them to become mushy. Now, you guys can see this. Let me get it to focus. You could just see, using a French fry cutter, just like cut your time down, like in half. Hey, like I say, we just trying to simplify. Hey, this is a great gadget. I'll leave a description link down in the description box below, and I'll probably pin it in the #1 comment so you guys can check it out. Real inexpensive. Okay, now we did that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and dice them up, and then we're gonna go ahead and just put them in here. Soak them in a little water, let some of that starch come off. You know what? Then we don't want them to brown. So let me get these prepped, and after we get those prepped, then we're gonna go ahead and get this meat together, and then we're gonna, go from there. Okay, real easy. Look, just get them like this, and you just want to cut them whatever size, squares or cubes you want to do them, right? So for me, and the key is you want them to all be about the same size. So I'm just eyeballing them. I don't really have no gauge, you know what I mean? But you just want them to be as close to the same size as possible, so that you're able to, get the cook time just right. So this is what I'm talking about. Instead of going out and buying them, now you got them fresh. We just put them in here. I'm gonna add some water because again, we want some of that starch to come off, and we don't want to, we don't want them to brown. Okay, now you guys can just see how it is. Look, this is about the size that I, cut them in. You know what I mean? So look, we got our potatoes cubed, onions, orange, red, and yellow, bell peppers. We got our garlic powder. Remember, powder. I got to keep saying that because listen, you're going to get some, here goes some pork right here that we're going to put in there. And we're going to use some of this thick cut bacon also. So listen, that's gonna be enough sodium, I think. And then if somebody wants to add more, they can just add more individually. And then don't forget, we got some cheese. That's up to you guys. So I'm gonna set this off to the side. We get ready to start doing some of this meat. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and set this on. I'm gonna start it off at medium. Get that going, take this top off. Okay, now as you see, I started off by using these, Farmer John sausage links. That's just 8. Now what you guys can do, you can look in your refrigerator. It being like, after the holidays, you guys might have some meat left over. All you gotta do is take whatever meat you have, cut it down to like some bite-sized pieces. You know what I mean? Put them in your skillet and let it, warm up. You don't wanna like recook it, you just wanna warm it up a little bit, and let it absorb some of those flavors, That's it. So, as you can see, after I got through cooking my links, I went ahead and put it on a paper towel lined plate, just to absorb the grease off of those. And after that, then, it's time to start your bacon. Now that's that thick cut bacon. Now you can use anywhere between like 5 or 6 slices. Okay, now you guys see, I take my bacon. This is usually where I stop it at, you know what I mean? Because listen, we are gonna put it in the oven. And so, matter of fact, I'm gonna just say this right now. Now would be a good time to go ahead and preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And that'll be for the eggs, but we're gonna go ahead and bring it up to temp because the rest of everything is just gonna go by so fast. So I'm gonna take these off. Now, if you guys notice, I took the bacon off just a little early, right? That's because I don't want it to be like super hard and, crispy. So then what I did was I took my potatoes, put them in that strainer, rinsed them, and let them sit over the sink so that they can, drip dry, get most of the moisture off of them that we can. After that, then you want to just go ahead, as you see right there, just get your veggies and just go ahead and put them in there, you know what I mean, and just work them around. Because what we want to do is we want to get them, we want to get them started first, and we want to get them coated with all of that bacon and sausage flavor. So you just want to move it around so everything is completely coated. Now, after about 3 minutes, right? They're starting to soften up. You can smell the aroma. It should be filling up your kitchen. Now we're gonna go ahead and introduce our potatoes. Now, once you got your potatoes in there, what you want to do is you want to make sure that they've been, you're mixing them, thoroughly, and you want to make sure they coated with all of that bacon and that sausage flavor on there, right? So then after that, once they coated, then you want to go ahead and add your garlic powder. Remember, that's powder, not salt. And now would be a great time for you to go ahead and take some of the veggies to find out, does it need salt? And yes, it did. So I went ahead and gave it 2, generous pinches. You know what? And then we will mix it again. Listen, remember, you guys, it's key. You got to taste in stages. This ensures that you guys are going to come up with like a great tasting product, with your final results. So then I went ahead and just cooked it for about 7 to 8 minutes. And you just want to monitor and make sure you don't turn your potatoes into mush. And then after that, you still wanted to have some type of texture. So then you saw me add the meat to it, and then I check it with a fork. I liked everything. I put the top back on, and I decided just to cook it maybe, just a couple of more minutes. And then it should just be, right, real perfect. Now, after that's done, listen, I'm gonna show you guys a trick. Go ahead, stir it up, And then what I did was I went and got myself a scoop, you know, or a ladle, you know what I mean? And just go ahead and make yourself some indentations. No matter how many eggs you have, that's how many indentations you make. Seeing how I had 3, so I just used 3. And then you just want to go ahead and crack your eggs and then lay them right there in those indentations. Hey, super easy. Hey, the heat from the skillet and all of that, you know, and the potato is gonna cook it from the bottom, and we're gonna put it in the oven, uncover it, and it's gonna be like magic. Now you guys can see what it looks like. This was exactly 10 minutes. Now, I took it out like that, because everybody's not gonna like their eggs like that. What I'm gonna do is, I'm getting ready to add some, you know, some cheese onto it. It's up to you guys, how you guys wanna do it. I'm gonna just stick it back in just for 1 minute. Now, I'm going back in the oven just for 1 minute, you guys, but that's what it looks like, and we're gonna go from there. You're talking about a breakfast skillet that's good. You guys probably, you know, like if you got family left over, you know, from the holidays, you know, waiting to get on the road or go back home, you know what, this is what you put out, you know, in the morning. You can continue that, you know, that whole family, you know, family vibe, but this is it right here. You can go ahead and sprinkle yourself some salt and pepper, you know, on the eggs, or however you want to do it. And like I said, you can get 6 eggs into this. So this is what we have right now. It's just 3 people eating. So what I want to say is, hey, super easy. You see it. Now let's get it. So tell me what you guys think about this one here. Super easy, huh? Listen, the possibilities on, you know, this breakfast skillet right here is just like soup, you know, I mean, like really it's like endless. You know, you can just like go in your refrigerator. If you got any leftover meat, you can add it to that. Or, you know, most of us, all of us we have like some type of like a pack or a sack of potatoes, stuff like that. Hey, just super easy. And I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below, what would be your go-to inside of your breakfast skillet. Hey, with that being said, listen, if you're new to my channel, let me just take the time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. You know what? Don't forget to like this one and subscribe, and tell everybody out there there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And if you've been watching me for a minute, you know how I'm finna bounce. I'm out of here. Peace.